What's going on YouTube? I have an important topic to talk about today, right? And that's qualifying people. If you are trying to sell something, want a certain group of people around you, you have to qualify people. The more I give out kindness, the more and more people think it's weakness. The more and more people think I'll tolerate, right? I'm gonna act the way I act. But if I see certain behaviors that I don't like, I'm just gonna leave unannounced. Get it out unannounced. Because the more and more, and I said this in many videos, the more and more you tolerate that, the more and more you attract it. Right? So only deal with people that qualify for you because you cannot gel with everybody, be in sync with everybody. Certain people are for certain people, and certain services, goals, and all these things are for certain people. So you got to find what qualifies for you. You have to start asking more questions, seeing what things you stand for, behaviors you tolerate, and things like that. So you have to start qualifying. Don't just take anything that comes to you. There's many situations to where, even for training clients, there's certain behaviors I saw clients, even though they had the money to pay me, that I was willing to let it go. I was willing to sacrifice not being paid for them for dealing with that kind of thing because I know in the future it's going to be something that will be damaging. There's certain clients showing up late, certain clients not really taking the time to let me know if they're going to be late and things like that, and just showing disrespect. And even on a consultation call I had a week ago, I was interviewing a potential client, and the person was playing his Xbox while I was trying to, or they were doing something while I was trying to communicate with them, trying to see what they want to do and their goals. And it was a bit awkward, right? And I felt the energy, even though the person was willing to buy. That's not something I want to work with. And you deserve that right. You deserve that respect. You have to start qualifying people, right? You cannot just take everything that comes. It's not to the point to where it gets so desperate for money and desperate for attention and desperate for anything that comes your way. You tolerate anything, right? I'm always gonna give my lending hand if someone needs help. But if they're not gonna take it, I'm not gonna force you to take it. I'll let you drown. If I put out my hand to help you and you're not gonna grab my hand, I'll let you drown. There's nothing else I can do because you cannot help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. Right? You have to start qualifying people and qualifying things. Don't be so desperate for approval that you're gonna go out of your way. You first of all, you already did go off your way actually, lending out your helping hand. They didn't want to take it, so they're gonna drown. That's what it's gonna be, right? It's not really unfair for me to say that because I will demonstrate kindness. I will treat you better than you treat me. But if I see behavior I don't tolerate, and if I see things I don't stand for, I'm gonna walk the opposite way, and that's a self-respect thing. Because the more and more I grow up, and the more and more I see certain behaviors and see how people act when you give them a lending hand, the more and more I feel comfortable just walking the opposite way. No need to warn them or anything like that. Just and that's what you're gonna have to do. I lost clients for that reason, right? And because honestly, we're both adults, we're both professionals. You deserve respect. I deserve respect. If I'm not gonna get it from you just because you're paying me, go pay someone else to disrespect them. You're not gonna do that with me. And the same thing goes for friendships and relationships. I'm not gonna tolerate behavior. If you're gonna, for example, right? If I'm gonna reach out to you, be kind, all these things, right? And if you're not gonna reciprocate, I'm not gonna stick around. I'm not gonna try to negotiate why people should respect me. I'm just not gonna stick around, right? And you have to start being that mindset to qualify, because if you're trying to sell a product, right, and let's say it's a hammer, right? If you're going and trying to sell it to a nurse is not gonna need a hammer, right? Even though it's a good intention and a good product, very very useful for that matter, she's not gonna need it, right? You're gonna sell it. You're more liable to go sell it to a carpenter, right? Someone that wants to build something and hammer nails into a wall or something. That's something more liable for them. It's not to say the nurse is a bad person for not accepting the offer, but that's why I have to qualify. Which person qualifies for this, right? And that's something I've been terrible at in my lifetime, right? And that's something I aspire to be better in. Right? I'm qualifying people more, right? Even for personal training, I'm not gonna take people that won't be serious about it. I'm not gonna take people that don't want to be better as people. I'm not gonna take people that have a small mindset. I'm not gonna do it, right? Even though you have the money, I prefer to see someone else that has the money and the mindset, right? It's not about the money. It's not about the money because there's enough abundance for each one of us in this world, right? But if you keep tolerating everything, you're gonna get everything, and it'll be even harder to find what you're really looking for if you don't really take the time to qualify, take the time to weed out what isn't for you. Right? This is really an important topic and an important video because you get to a point to where you're so desperate you will take anything. But really, I'll lend out my helping hand. I'll show my kindness. If I don't see it in return, and if you're not willing to take it, you're gonna drown, and there's nothing I'll do there because I did offer my lending hand, right? If you're not gonna take it, I'm not gonna jump in to force you to take it, right? And that's with it for every aspect of your life. Start to qualify people. I don't know a better way to say it, right? I don't know a better way to say it. I'll always be kind. I'll always be respectful, but I have a lot more respect for myself than I do in somebody that isn't me. I'll give you my respect, sure, but I respect myself more, right? I'm willing to walk if it doesn't match. I'm willing to walk, right? And you have to have that same mindset. You can't be so desperate to where you will stick around to see if things will change and to see if they'll like you and approve of you, right? Since when? Since when? Why am I trying to qualify to somebody that doesn't like the same things I like, that doesn't have the same values? That just means I'm gonna have to change my values and change what I believe in. All right, that's too much work. Instead of trying to find the people you mesh with, trying to find the partners you mesh with, trying to find the products and things that are in line with what you're trying to do, right? Start to qualify things. And this is something I recently learned, and it's so true. If you're trying to do everything, it's hard to be something that stands out as opposed to being something unique, being a niche. They call it a niche, right? Being something that is specialized. So the things you pick and the things that are qualified for you, those are specialties, and that's the mindset you gotta get into in everything, in everything. All right, that's really what I want to talk about today. Hopefully, this topic gets you guys thinking a little bit, and that's all I got, man. That's all I got. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more stuff, and I'll see you guys later.